Founded in 2004, with the idea of giving Harvard students the ability to compare two student photos side by side and determine who was hot and who was not, to becoming one of the most influential pieces of technology in the world. Facebook has an extraordinary story with many scandals, dirty secrets, fines, in some cases worth over $1 billion. Today we are going to analyze how did Facemash actually become Facebook, and how this man has made almost $200 billion with a free service. In this video, you will find out all the struggles that Zuckerberg had to go through, how he managed to destroy his competition, the how and why his service become that massive. Let's dive in. Born on May 14, 1984 in White Plains, New York, Mark Zuckerberg grew in the nearby town of Dobbs Ferry. In a modest family, his father was a dentist and his mother was a psychiatrist, so they were making enough money for them to live a stress-free life, and they were able to support Mark's passion for computers and programming. At just 10 years old, while his friends were playing outside, he was mastering his programming skills with the help of a private tutor hired by his parents named David Newman. He loved computers and he was aware of the endless possibilities that it has, and due to his curious mind, he was able to make some breakthrough programs just for fun. For example, he made a messaging program called Zucknet that he shared with his family, and that became the way that they were communicating within their house. His parents were very proud of him due to his devotion and his ability to bring to life his incredible ideas. In the meantime, he also was making computer games which were based on his friends' drawings and ideas, proving again that he can bring any idea that he has in his mind to life. By the time he was in middle school, Zuckerberg continued to pursue his passion for programming, and he was already attending advanced computer classes at a local college in order to learn as much and as fast as he can. After that, he attended Phillips Exeter Academy, which is an elite school in New Hampshire, where he continued to develop his programming skills and build his first program that would later caught the attention of a big future competitor of his, Microsoft. In 2002, Mark Zuckerberg developed Synapse Media Player while he was in his senior year at Phillips Exeter Academy. Synapse was a music recommendation system that used artificial intelligence in order to learn users' listening habits and make song recommendations that fit their style of music. The program gained a lot of attention due to its complexity and was discovered by some major technology companies like Microsoft and AOL, who were interested in acquiring it and hiring Zuckerberg. However, the senior declined their offers because he was able to see beyond what Synapse represented, and instead of cashing a short-term opportunity, he was likely thinking about the bigger picture and chose the long-term vision. Also at the time, he was preparing to attend Harvard University, and he was prioritizing his education over committing to work for a company right away. From he was just a child, he always had a strong entrepreneurial spirit and a desire to create something on his own terms and be independent. So he was aware of the fact that if he were to sell Synapse or start working for a huge company, that would have limited his ability to innovate freely and pursue his own ideas. This entrepreneurial spirit of his played an important role in his passion of innovation, always wanting to build new things and solve challenging problems. So he felt that staying independent would give him more room to experiment and innovate, leading to the creation of something even more impactful in the future. In 2003, the fresh Harvard student became very interested in testing his programming skills and exploring new ways to use web technologies, so he created Facemash with his close friends and his roommates, seeing it as a learning opportunity for him in order to learn more about website design, user interface, and managing web traffic. Facemash was some sort of a social experiment to engage Harvard students and create a fun and interactive platform that would generate buzz and engagement among students. The idea of the website was that it allowed students to vote on which between two individuals they found more attractive. Mark managed to do that by accessing without permission the Harvard student directories to obtain photos of the students which were stored on Facemash's server. This turned up to be a significant issue later. At the same time, the website was generating rankings of students' attractiveness based of user votes. The site gained a lot of popularity among Harvard students, drawing significant traffic and engagement, which made Zuckerberg very proud of his work. But he didn't realize that in a short period of time, all of that fame that he obtained will turn into some really big problems that will actually end up in him having to shut down the whole platform. After the great success of Facemash, the principal of Harvard University discovered it and called Zuckerberg in his office. They made him shut down the website due to the illegal use of students' photos without their consent, which led to privacy concerns and backlash from the Harvard community. The majority of students had changed their opinion about the whole website and were upset that their face were used in a public space and in a judgmental context. So the website was down, but what actually happened to Mark? He was called in the principal office and he faced disciplinary action from Harvard and he was on the verge of being expelled. But happily, he wasn't kicked out of school, and the incident highlighted significant issues related to privacy and ethical considerations in handling personal data. This was a devastating point in Mark's career, but he didn't give up. Even if his hard work has vanished, he has seen it as another learning experience despite its short-lived nature, providing Zuckerberg with valuable experience in web development and user interaction. Besides that, Facemash demonstrated the potential for online platforms to engage users in new ways. At the same time, after realizing that the whole controversial story of Facemash has vanished, Zuckerberg and his team of friends began working on the biggest social platform that would actually change the entire world. The initial idea of the well-known Facebook was to enable students to get to know one another, sharing photos and basic information about each other. So while being in his dorm in January 2004, Mark Zuckerberg began working on the code for the Facebook using his programming skills and all the knowledge that he obtained while developing Facemash. And this time, his friends started seriously working with him. Eduardo Saverin, which was the co-founder, provided the initial funding for Facebook, contributing with $1,000 to help cover the server costs, advertising revenue, and other early expenses. Eduardo was responsible for handling the business aspects of the company, so he was managing all the money and the advertising in the early days. Dustin Moskovitz was Zuckerberg's roommate, and he helped with the coding side and played a key role in scaling Facebook's infrastructure. Chris Hughes was the spokesperson, so he was responsible for user engagement and communication, as well as managing the media and public relations for Facebook. He also helped in refining the platform's features based on user feedback, making sure it was user-friendly and appealing. Andrew McCollum was the graphic designer, so he was the one that made the first design of Facebook's logo and user interface, making it easy to remember and to observe. If you want to see how Facebook made these people millionaires or even billionaires, and how it managed to destroy its competition and become the most popular social media platform, stay tuned, because this is just the first part of the astonishing story of the rise of Facebook. Hope you liked the video and that you actually learned something new from it. Don't forget to subscribe so I can make more videos even better than this one. And write in the comments section your own opinion about the startup of Facebook. And until next time, have a productive day.